Bring it on! In keeping with sequel month, I give you one of the sequels I've gotten the most requests to review. The Secret of Nimh 2. Timmy to the Rescue. By I have a lot of people told me to review this. Maybe because I've praised the first one as an anime classic and have even admitted to it being one of my favorite movies. The story about Mrs. Brisby and the Rats of Nimh was dark, dramatic, yet still had an element of wonder that makes it, what I consider, a masterpiece of animation. So as you can imagine, I'm not looking forward to this one. Just look at the cover. Mrs. Brisby isn't even on it. And who's the star now? Timmy. Timmy, that kid that just got one line in the first film. What the f*** has he ever done? Outside of not die. Well, let's see what the damage is. Let's dive right into Secret of Nimh 2. So the movie begins with the not-so-wise idea of showing us footage from the first film, making us realize how much we're gonna hate this one.
They went through experiments. They'd become intelligent. None of them would have survived were it not for the incredible bravery of that great mouse, Jonathan Brisby. We must leave no evidence that the Rats of Nimh ever existed. But Jonathan Brisby's widow and her family stayed behind.
Oh, nice. Mrs. Brisby, after all the she's been through, gets the incredible honor of widow credit. Oh, she also did a few other things, but it, they weren't important.
The prophet Nicodemus predicted that Nimh will again thrust its evil on the rats. And a son of Jonathan Brisby will be chosen to save them.
No he didn't. You just made that up. Insert immediate downgrade in animation, and we see where our current story begins. We see Timmy and his brother Martin riding each other's nuts until some evil scientists start following them. Fortunately, they give him the slip.
Hero.
Don't call me that, Martin. You're the hero type. Oh, Nicodemus should have chosen you.
For once, you're right. I'm older and stronger than you. If Thorn Valley wanted Jonathan Brisby's son, why'd they pick the runt?
Wait a minute, why is it suddenly Timmy who's picked to be the chosen one? Jonathan had 2 sons. That made-up prophecy you just pulled out of your ass didn't say anything about Timmy being the hero. So why doesn't Martin have a shot?
Fire!
Oh!
I know you're trying, but remember, some try, Brisby's do.
There is no try.
So we see the rest of the family all grown up, including Mrs. Brisby, who I guess became nearsighted in between movies.
Mom, I don't want to go.
Timmy, we all know what your father meant to the Rats of Thorn Valley.
He helped them get away from Nimh. Pop was a real hero.
That's right. And
I know, and they want me to be like him, but...
But nothing.
Boy, no pressure on this kid. They just gave him a direct order to be exactly like your father, the great hero. So, it's sort of hard to understand, but I guess Timmy is being sent to the rats to train in their ways and become a stronger person. You know, just leaving the rest of the kids to waste their non-prophesized lives away. Of course you're welcome to Thorn Valley. There's plenty of education for every... Oh, you're not a messiah, are ya? Yeah, public school's right down the street. And for that matter, I thought the rats left Thorn Valley. That doesn't look like a thorn bush, it looks more like a tree. What, do they not want to change all their business cards? So Jeremy finally drops Timmy off at the valley. Well, good. Maybe here they'll finally treat him like a normal Ow, really?
You wanna relax? Then take what you please. There's candy galore and it's all made of cheese.
You wanna play
Swing!
You wanna play love, you could be number 1.
Ah, gee, so you're gonna treat him like a god, too? You're doing the red carpet, you're throwing a parade? You know, I'm sorry, I'm still gonna dwell on this. You do not treat your child this way, especially if he hasn't done anything yet. It applies a ton of pressure and stress that could scar the little brat for life. It's basic psychology 101. His family shouldn't be doing it, and his school shouldn't be doing it either. Now I know what you're thinking. Hogwarts acted that way with Harry Potter, treating him like a child prodigy. Well, folks, maybe Hogwarts isn't that great a school. Wake up! What's the child fatality rate up to again? They drown half of their students just for their equivalent to water polo! I wouldn't trust them! Oh, by the way, how's the hairy kid turning out anyway? I thought so. So after meeting Mr. Ages and Justin, who is voiced by William H. Macy for some reason, Thorn Valley teaches Timothy all about their science and technology.
You know, Timmy, when your father saved the rats of Nimh, he didn't know that was his destiny.
But I'm not my father.
Well, let's let history be the judge of that, shall we?
I get the feeling the history's gonna say, you are your father, whether you like it or not.
But Justin, I don't feel that.
So literally the next 20 minutes or so is just building up what a godsend Timmy is going to be.
You've got to be ready mentally and physically
Ready for what?
to fulfill your destiny.
Everyone keeps saying that, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Right now, nobody does, Timmy. You've got to adapt and improvise.
It really is incredible. Nothing about this kid indicates that he has great intelligence or great leadership skills. Oh, I'm sorry, except for the great prophecy. Okay, Nicodemus was a wise soul and could predict a lot of things that were going to happen. But you know what? He sure couldn't predict when a brick was gonna fall on him and crush him into a nick of pancake. So I think that means he can make a mistake every once in a while.
No, too much.
So Timmy shows off some of his new skills by setting traps for dangerous wildlife.
And don't come back! That old snake won't be hunting us for breakfast anymore.
Well, at least I know what happened to the weather balloon I asked you to get for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just trying to help make the valley safe.
The valley is safe enough.
Oh yeah, except of course for that snake!
What have I been trying to teach you all these months?
That it's okay for guys to wear the same underwear 3 days in a row?
Well, that was just between us.
Not even wearing pants. So Mr. Ages explains why Timmy's snake experiment isn't as good as he thinks it should be.
If snakes go flying through the air, humans might find out about Thorn Valley. And then we might be in real danger.
From who?
From Nimh.
What's Nimh?
Let's hope you never find out.
Wait a minute, he doesn't even know what Nimh is? What are they telling this kid? Well, who did Jonathan save the rats from, the Nazis?
Always see the big picture.
I'll never be you. Never live up to the deeds that you did. Why don't I have you?
Oh, great. Now we can add can't sing to his resume. You know, if he was to apply to any other fancy school, he'd be thrown out in a millisecond. So, what makes you think you're Harvard material? Well, I can't do anything, haven't done anything, don't plan on doing anything, but this dead guy says that I'm the Messiah. Oh, and I can't sing either. You used to be there, didn't you? But now you're not. So Timmy grows up into a teenager played by the Karate Kid himself, Ralph Macchio. And guess what? He can't sing either.
And they'll tell our story. They'll know what we've done.
Key on, key off. Key on, key off. So, after all his training, on their very first adventure to obtain food, what does little Timmy end up doing? They give him a whistle to blow in case he spots trouble. Bullshit! All everybody ever tells him is he's a hero, he's a chosen one. Now you're telling him his destiny is to be a whistleblower? What the kind of mixed messages are you trying to tell this kid?
No, too much.
But he comes across another mouse named Jenny, who it turns out actually escaped from him.
Tim, you left your post. You put us all in danger.
But
You've got to learn to listen. You always think you know better than everyone else.
Gee, I wonder where he got that idea. Maybe it was the parade proclaiming that he knows better than everyone else.
No, too much.
So Jenny explains how her parents are being held at Nimh and how the experiments are getting more and more out of control, mostly being run by a crazy scientist named Valentine.
Dr. Valentine is crazier than ever. My parents and the others sent me to find you.
So this must be the rescue the movie was talking about. Well, great. When do we get going?
I'm afraid you ask too much of us, Miss McBride.
Why?
The council decided that the risk to Thorn Valley was just too great.
But Thorn Valley isn't going, so what the are you talking about?
The answer's no, isn't it?
Ma'am, I answered your question. I answered the darn... I'm cooperating here. And there's no... We're doing all we can.
I guess I'm going to have to do it myself. I'm not going to let anything happen to my mother and father, and that's that.
I can't let you leave.
Oh, wait a minute. Now they're holding her against her will?
Good night, children. Sorry to keep you a prisoner.
What the When did the Rats of Nimh become a hostage cult?
How'd you know about Thorn Valley?
When I was little,
I remember a mouse in the cage next to ours telling my parents how the rats that escaped from Nimh had settled in a place called Thorn Valley. I remember him saying it was south by south by south.
Martin said that.
How did you know?
My mom's letter said he disappeared. She had no idea what happened to him.
Wait. Letter? What letter? We never saw a letter. Martin's missing? When did that happen? She said this happened when she was little. Martin's been gone that long? How come it doesn't affect Timmy? Your brother's gone and all you did was stuff your face and sing off key? What's wrong with you? This is our savior? He doesn't even give a when his own flesh and blood disappears. How would you react if the rats of Nimh ever got abducted? Timmy, quick! Justin's been captured! Oh, okay then. Oh my wait no. Oh my Justin's been captured? I have to do something!